iPhone 17 against iPhone 16. What's changed? Many people say there is no difference, but from my perspective, Apple made one of the biggest jumps in the base models for a while. I recently upgraded from the iPhone 16 to the iPhone 17 and I want to share my experience with y'all. To begin with, the iPhone 17 has more storage in the cheapest version compared to the iPhone 16. The iPhone 16 has 128GB and the iPhone 17 has 256GB. I had my iPhone 16 with 128GB and it was barely enough. The iPhone 17's 256GB is twice as much and I think it will be enough for someone like me for years. Though, of course, if you want to buy a phone and take a lot of photos, I would recommend buying something with more storage. Secondly, I want to talk about the chip, which also got an upgrade. The Apple A19 in the iPhone 17 and the Apple A18 in the iPhone 16. Based on nanoreview.net, the A19's CPU score is about 5 points higher than the A18's. And in gaming, the difference is even larger, 83 for the A19 and 62 for the A18, a significant gap. You can also play AAA games on the iPhone 17 at a nearly stable 30 frames per second, and in some games even 60 frames per second. I haven't tested that myself, but from videos I saw on YouTube it looks pretty stable. I usually play Brawl Stars and it got smoother, thanks to both the chip and the screen. I also want to quickly touch on the camera. The main 48 megapixel rear camera is actually the same on both phones, so no difference there, but the ultra-wide got a big upgrade, going from 12 megapixel on the iPhone 16 to 48 megapixel on the iPhone 17, which is the same ultra-wide that was on the iPhone 16 Pro. The selfie camera also jumped from 12 megapixel to 18 megapixel and now has center stage, meaning you can shoot landscape selfies without turning your phone sideways, which is actually pretty cool. I personally don't take a lot of photos, so I haven't noticed a huge difference in my day-to-day, but if you are someone who shoots a lot of ultra-wide shots or take a lot of selfies, the iPhone 17 is noticeably better. For casual shooters like me though, it is not really a reason on its own to upgrade. Speaking of the screen, we finally got 120Hz and it is so good. I never had an iPhone with 120Hz and when I finally got one, it was a really great feeling. iPhones are already pretty smooth at 60Hz, but at 120Hz it feels like a dream for someone who has only ever used 60Hz displays. Playing games and just browsing your phone feels wonderful. For me, when I booted up Brawl Stars after buying the iPhone 17, the game felt twice as fast. Finally, I want to talk about the battery. Capacity increased from 3561 mAh on the iPhone 16 to 3692 mAh on the iPhone 17, and in practice it feels about the same, because the 120Hz display eats through that difference pretty quick. Battery life isn't that important to me personally, but it's still a decent upgrade. All in all, the iPhone 17 is definitely a better phone than the iPhone 16, and I would highly recommend considering it if you care about value and want to play video games. I really love this phone and use it every day. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, it really helps. See you in the next one!